Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's China, aka Hood Hawaiian, and as you guys know, this is my hubby.
Mac Money from the mud, no O.
Yeah, so with that being said, he does have a YouTube channel coming out, and also you guys will be seeing us more with our vlogs. If you want to go ahead and subscribe to his channel, I believe it is Mac Money Mud.
From the mud, no O, you feel me?
So today we will be doing a video where we're gonna go ahead and watch, because we've been binge watching Paternity Court for like the past week or so, or a couple days, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, so we was like, you know what, we might as well show y'all our reactions, because these episodes is wild. Like, they funny as hell. So I hope you guys go ahead and enjoy us reviewing them, and also I hope, you know, you guys give them a little clout and send y'all love that way and watch them as well. You know, it would be so cool if you guys can go ahead and put in their comments that y'all, you know, you got the link from us. So yeah, don't mind the way we look. I look crazy and he's a little sick, but he's fine. He's fine. So today we're gonna go ahead and watch one of those episodes. So the one that we're gonna watch on camera with you guys is titled "Woman Admits to Faking Pregnancy to Get Back with Ex." So we're gonna watch it, see what it is, and y'all tell us if they tripping or not.
Right.
Let the video begin.
Sick as fuck. Tiger bun, you feel me? Not sniffing on nothing. Just a little, you feel me, under the weather. So, you know.
If you guys are wondering what he's smelling.
You may be seated.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
This is a case of King versus Porter.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Miss King, you are here to prove to your on-again, off-again boyfriend, Mr. Porter, that your 3-year-old son, Kylan, is his biological child. You say his denial has destroyed your relationship, and you need today's results to set the record straight. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. Me and George at the moment are co-parenting. The reason why the reason why he is the father of my son is because I just know that he's the father. I'm 100% sure.
Lady in the background, they act so surprised.
On me, like.
Okay, and so you feel like he isn't stepping up.
Yes. No, he's not.
Are you not stepping up, Mr. Porter?
It's not the fact that I'm not stepping up. It's just the fact that I have doubt in my mind if I'm the father. So when we was together, we was, you know, had our problems off and on. And when we broke up, I went back to New York. You know, and I was dating someone else at the time. And then when we came back down here from New York, the female I was talking to at the time and Miss King, they were exchanging text messages between each other. And Celicia told the other female that she was pregnant. And when I found out, I went to Celicia myself. I said,
Yeah,
pregnant? She said, yes, she was. I said, okay, so I decided to rekindle our relationship due to the fact that it might be my child.
So wait, I want to understand what's happening in this relationship. So you all were in a relationship.
Right.
So at some point you break up.
Yes, Your Honor.
When you break up, you say you go back to New York.
Yes, Your Honor.
When you go to New York, you get a new girlfriend.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then what happens when you find out you're pregnant, Miss King?
I told him that I was pregnant, but I really wasn't pregnant.
Oh! Now,
So it's
all
really
right,
the-
Mr. Porter,
no
so then
clickbait.
Miss
Yeah.
King admits
But
she lied and said she was pregnant. What happens? She tells you you're
Well,
pregnant. What happens?
At the time, she told me she was pregnant. So I believed her. Decided, because I didn't have my father in my life, I decided I'm going to step up to the plate regardless. So I was there throughout the whole everything. But maybe about a month after her telling me she was pregnant, she walked in the room with a pregnancy test and she was just waving it around like she was pregnant. So I'm like, I was confused. Then I started to think like, how you pregnant? You know, like a month went by, you now pregnant. I was confused, like, I can't be the father. Like, that don't make no sense.
So you thought she had been with another guy
Yeah.
and was really trying to pin the baby on you,
Right.
or either trap you with
That's
this
not
baby
even- that's
because
not
she
the
wanted to
case.
stay with you.
Right.
That's not the case. That is not the case. The case is the fact that when we first started dating, I just knew that I wanted to be with him. He was the genuine type. When I seen him with someone else,
Look
just
at the
like,
lady face in the
that's supposed to be
background.
us. That's not supposed to be y'all.
Look at stuff.
So I told him I was pregnant, and eventually I was going to tell him that I wasn't pregnant. But during that time that I was going to tell him that I wasn't pregnant, I actually found out that I was pregnant.
Because you was really trying to get pregnant because you knew
I
you had
basically
lied.
tried to get
Go on,
pregnant,
just
yeah.
tell the truth, girl. We already know what happened. You worked real hard hard at that.
Yeah.
Because you had already lied.
So she
Yeah.
set him
Okay,
up.
so then you were pregnant, but he doesn't believe that.
No, he doesn't believe it. But you didn't even know I was lying about my pregnancy until recently. I just came out clear and told
What-
you that he lied
what does
about
it
being
matter?
pregnant during that time.
Right. But
But you did let him know that you lied. I mean, once you lie, that erodes the trust. Once you lie and someone catches you in a lie, everything you say, you looking going, is he lying? Is she lying? That's just how it works. That's what trust is about.
she told me last night that she was, when we broke up, around the time she was pregnant, like when we broke up, she was messing with someone else. You know what I mean? And I just
And
found
that's
this out.
because he was
So
still
just
doing other
last
girl.
night, she dropped the bomb
Right.
and said,
That she
when
was
you were
pregnant.
off with the other girl,
Right.
she was messing with somebody else.
Correct.
So, sounds like she was coming clean before she got to court, right, Jerome?
That's absolutely true.
No.
Miss King, you were with another guy?
I was, because when I found out that he was still dating her, he would sometimes like break up with me and decide like I don't want to be with you anymore. Just find like little scenarios to pick over to say that he doesn't want to be with me so that he can go back to the girl. So when he would do that, I would go back and I would talk to my past relationship. Like,
But you told Mr. Porter,
Pause. You think that's his baby?
They got the same forehead.
All babies got foreheads like that.
I mean, shit, they got the same dome. I don't know. Lil' Kaylin, Mr. Porter, Lil' Kaylin Porter. Hey, that could be his shit. I don't know. He don't think it's because of the. I don't know. That's his. You don't think that's his kid?
I don't know.
That's it. They got the same shape head. What you mean?
I don't know. Go. Okay, play it. Let's see if the lady.
That's
Who kissed
you
game
told
yet?
Mr. Porter he's
I mean,
the
this ain't
biological
like-
father. You're admitting you were sleeping with somebody else because you were on the tit for tat track. Every time he went over to his other person, you go back to your old person.
yes.
Okay, Miss King, you doing too much.
Ooh, ooh.
I mean,
Damn,
not
she
right.
said that shit? Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on,
you
she
doing
really
too
said
much.
that shit?
I mean, not right now.
Hold on, because
Nah,
first
she
off,
hot. She like hot.
it's not right. But how you mad that he going doing what he do, and then you go do what you do? Like, I don't get it. Like,
Wow.
it's like you doing stuff for spite. He messing with you for the spite of whatever he got going on with his situation. Like, you his spite ball, and then you go throw another spite ball because you mad because you the side chick. Like, and you want to be the main chick. So then you trap him. And
That's what
you
what
say
it
you
is.
pregnant, but you not. And then you actually end up being pregnant. That's why we're here today.
Told her straight up, like, you doing too much.
You doing
Like,
way
she
too
really
much.
said that
Like,
shit.
she basically trying to trap him.
Father of Kylan.
Yeah.
But you're admitting you were sleeping with somebody else because you were on the tit for tat track. Every time he went over to his other person, you go back to your old person.
Yes.
Okay, Miss King, you doing too much. I mean, not right
That's
now.
fucked.
Period.
Damn.
She ain't got no
I
shame
mean,
in her
Mr.
game.
Porter is
You have to
standing
say
over
that,
here, and I mean,
but she
nobody's
did.
perfect, but he's at least being a stand-up guy.
And I
Talking
do
about
admit that I'm wrong.
on so many levels.
That goes to further my doubt.
I was
You know, like
exactly. Did you ever tell any other man that they potentially could be the father?
No, George was the only person I was sleeping with around the time that I got pregnant.
the whole time, like when she was pregnant, like in the hospital, you know, giving birth to Kylan, she was like, say, drained, tired, you know, so she went to sleep. And when she went to sleep, her phone started to go off. So I said, you know, I'm a curious guy, you know. Why am I
Curious.
something like that? I'm like, why am I
Curious George.
They call me sometimes. That's what they call me.
Curious George Porter. So what did you do, Mr. Porter?
I grabbed the phone and I looked. I seen some text messages between her and another guy. So that right there was like,
No, why were you going through my phone? We're not together.
So wait a minute. This is a picture of you in the hospital.
He in the delivery room with you, like,
Like a dad holding their beautiful newborn baby. But what were you thinking?
if he was mine. Like
That's heartbreaking.
The whole time, like
That's cool.
I was telling her that I didn't believe he was mine. As I presented to the courtroom, I have text messages.
Let's take a look. This is your recollection of the text exchange. Miss King writes, in the hospital about to have the baby. The other man responds, cool, is George signing the birth certificate? Miss King responds, no, he doesn't want to be responsible. Other man says, I will sign the birth certificate.
She gonna say, okay, great.
Miss King says, okay, great.
It was just a joke. It was just a joke.
It was just a joke.
Yes.
If any man read those text messages, and truth be told, when you're in a real relationship, he should have been able to have your phone in the hand so he can say, look, baby's almost here. We doing this. This is it. I'm sending pictures as soon as I get. Like, to me, you got this man just around trying to be a stand-up guy for a child he really doesn't know is his, and he has good reason not to. You gave it to him.
Now she hurt.
Oh, she started crying.
Yes.
What are you feeling in this moment?
That's cool.
Because my son deserves to have a father.
I agree.
She like looking at her so stupid. Like,
Bruh,
am I
she
supposed to
on
be
her
feeling
head,
sorry
like,
for you
for
right
real.
now? Like,
For
what are
real.
you crying for?
She on her head, like, cold.
Like you, cause that's your excuse. Cause my son's supposed to have a father. Like,
That's cold. She on her bumper, like.
because you just did some stupid stuff, and you want him to cover for it, and you gonna tell somebody, okay, great. Like
She was over her, huh, when she said that she faked her shit.
she over her now too. Yeah.
That's when it first started, though.
Yeah, when she was like, you doing too much. Like, she over her now because it's like, what are you crying for? He should be the one crying, low key, because it's like he don't know if it's his.
Future.
But it's not the father you choose because it's the person you want to be the father. It's the father that truly is his biological father.
Dummy.
Now, you can, of course, have father figures. People can step in and play the role of dad. But I know what you're saying. You say you want your son to have his biological father, but what you're testifying to is you basically have just decided it's Mr. Porter. And that's not how it works.
George is the father.
Your Honor, she's told me that she trapped me with Kylie. At
I
the
have
same
proof
token,
that he's the father. My son is actually a little vertically challenged. I have a chart that I created. Would you like me to show it to you?
All right? Please step up to the podium and explain your exhibit to the court.
As you can see, the average male is actually 5'9". George is 5'2". Each time that I take my son to the doctor to get his wellness checks, he actually falls between the lower percentile of height-wise. The average child is 3'2" through 3'5".
Why did you
inches. My son is 3 feet.
Why they
Me
stand
and
the
George
same though?
both are short, so it's guaranteed that my son is going to be short.
Is that what you walked over here to say? We'll just say that that's a little bit of evidence, right?
Yes.
The truth is, you could have had sex with another short man if you want to rely on short.
Your Honor, at the same token, I have a medical problem, and I presented it to the court. When I was a child, I was diagnosed with the second highest case of lead poisoning in the state of New York.
Ooh,
Really?
Right. And I'm 26 right now, and I had never had any children at all until this situation. So I was confused at the same time. That I
Because
have
you
to,
believe the lead poisoning
right,
affected your ability
to have children.
to have children.
Yes, ma'am.
You actually submitted
Yeah, I submitted the article.
some research to the court that says lead may be the cause of 20% of unexplained male infertility cases. Experts found evidence that low-level lead exposure from contaminants may damage sperm and contribute to male infertility.
Yes, ma'am.
So you've done your research,
Yes, ma'am.
and I understand that because of this medical issue, you probably have been concerned about this throughout your life.
Yes, yes. Because I wanted children for a while. I wanted children. He smiles when I walk into the room. You know, his face lights up. You know, so like I said, I just want to know for sure that he's mine or not.
And that's understandable.
I
But
don't know
one
if
thing
it's-
that
I don't
interested
know if
me,
it's
and I
him.
will say your research was fascinating,
Right.
and I'd like to learn more about the effects of lead poisoning. So I'm calling on Dr. Samantha Brown Parks. Jerome, will you please escort the doctor into the courtroom? I have a few questions for her.
Hello, doctor.
But now she don't know what to think
To the witness stand.
because they got some actual evidence to it, scientific evidence.
Hi, Dr. Brown Parks.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us again. We're here discussing the paternity of baby Kylan. And I have a question. Mr. Porter testified that he suffered from one of the highest cases of lead poisoning in the state of New York.
Yes,
Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Since Mr. Porter was diagnosed as a child, how likely that this diagnosis still would affect in his adulthood his ability to father a child?
So, since I'm assuming that you are no longer at a toxic level, it wouldn't affect the sperm shape or mobility, but because you're developing as a child and that genital tract is forming during that lead exposure, you could mess with not only the structure of what's there, but also the hormonal path that leads to producing sperm after puberty.
Meaning, is it still possible he could have fathered a child?
It is absolutely possible as well.
Okay. So after hearing that,
Uh-oh.
differently
I said,
about
oh, I didn't
what
want to
potential-
catch.
No, ma'am. I don't. I still feel the same way. I just need to know for sure.
Look, she found that little bit as
No.
confirmation.
You know,
She
I
cold with it.
understand. And I have those results for you. Jerome, may I have the envelope, please? These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows.
They finna show the results. Let us know if you watching this before we finish what you think it is.
In the case of King versus Porter, when it comes to 3-year-old Kylan Porter, it has been determined by this court.
I don't know. I don't
Mr.
think it's
Porter.
his. What you think?
You are the father.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Congratulations.
Aww.
I'm happy. I'm
There
super
you
happy
go.
right now.
You
No, that's
look
what's up.
happy.
Miss King, I want to apologize to the
Nah,
way I
that's
carry
a blessing.
myself throughout all of this. You know what I mean? I can't change the world, but I can change me and how I move and my movement. You know? At the end of the day,
You was right though.
but I'm gonna do
I
more,
told you.
and I'm gonna step up to the
Look,
plate
just
more
like the
than
man.
I am.
I accept your apology, and I knew he was yours.
Are you all together now or no?
No, we're co-parenting.
You just co.
Let me say this. I'm so low-key like irritated with this girl because he apologized and stuff. I mean, he apologized for doubting, but she just gonna say I accept your apology like she mad or something. You should have been the one apologizing because
Yeah.
you don't know what's going through this man's like mind. Like he said, he been dealing with this for a long time, and all you gonna say is I accept your apology.
And she done did all
And
what
she was
did.
already smiling when the lady said it was possible for her to still have a child. Like,
Right.
for him to
Like
have a
she
child.
had just was like, oh, okay.
Like, cause she was
yeah.
irritated first. You've seen it all on her face. She was irritated when the lady first walked in.
Okay.
As soon as they told her, she all of a sudden smirking because she know that, like, okay, she did have doubt in her mind though. No lie. Like when she had that look on her face, she was like, oh, like it can't be. It might not be his. But congratulations to them.
On me.
Yeah. So with that being said, yeah. So as you guys can see, that was the results. Like that was the results.
The paternity court.
He was right. It was his child. I've been right lately though. I've been
Yeah.
right
you
lately.
did the last like 3 you had knocked.
I don't know.
Back to back.
This camera knocked
Strike
me
out.
off my pedestal.
Oh yeah, that's what
Nah.
it is.
I thought it wasn't hers just because like her actions and stuff. Like I get it though. Like I guess she trapped him or whatever. I hope they living their best
She was doing
life.
too much. Like
She was
said.
doing way too
She was
much.
doing
Like
too much.
no, we're not doing that. Like that's not okay. I hope she get her mind right. I hope the judge told her something. I didn't feel like watching the rest of it. But yeah, that was the review. We're gonna go ahead and, you know, do our little research and find some more to review for you guys. If you guys got some other shows that you guys want us to review, we'll go ahead and do that. And with that being said, go ahead and look out for a video that will soon be going to his channel. I'll go ahead and have his subscription link down below.
Hey, don't tell him what we doing.
I won't. I was thinking
Don't
about
tell
it,
him
but I
what we doing.
won't.
Not till we do it. You feel me?
Yeah.
We ain't gonna tell him what we doing until we do it, just to say we did it.
You already know what it is, but yeah.
I'm
gonna go ahead and put his subscription link down below, his YouTube link down below. I'm also gonna go ahead and put our social media accounts down below too. But don't be getting too slick with it, so don't be just following him. I'm gonna let them know that now. Don't try it. Don't try it, because like I said, his account is my account. I check it. Okay, so anyway, but yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed, and also I hope you guys like, share, and subscribe. And like I said, go ahead and put your comments down below. I hope you guys have paused it and seen if it was or wasn't theirs, whatever you decided. And like I said, go ahead and send me or DM me, comment what you guys want us to review next. We will be doing more of those. So with that being said, we out. And thank you for being on my
You already know.
Thank you for being on my first review.
Yeah, for sure.
Alrighty, y'all, so peace out.